I'm Avery from Queens, and over there is my mom. Not to brag, but she is a real-life superhero. Have you ever seen any single mom who had to work 3 jobs and only sleep for 4 hours a day, but still is always cheerful like that? Avery, darling, come see. I got the dress you wanted. Really? But it costs a whole week of your salary. Don't worry about that, dear. If it makes you happy, then it's totally worth it. Thank you so much. Let's do a play. Yes, you'll be a perfect Cinderella. My mother and I always had the most fun together. Doing role plays and scrapbooking were our favorite things. Although she usually fell asleep on the couch before we finished any activities, she was still the best mom I could ever ask for. There was nothing that could separate us, ever, until that day. I got home from school and my mom wasn't there yet, so I took a nap while waiting for her. But when I woke up, the whole house was in chaos. And there was so much smoke fumes that I barely saw a man approaching.
I found the child! Evacuate now!
What? What is happening? Where is my mother? I managed to grab my scrapbook before we went outside, and I saw Mom looking so distraught. Avery! Oh my God, I am so sorry, baby! What is going on? Why are you in handcuffs? Mom? Mom! I kicked and screamed, but the policeman didn't let me go. I helplessly watched as my mother was led into a van while our home burned to ashes. Then they sent a social worker to come and get me. Why is my mother getting arrested? For child endangerment and neglect. Look at your house. She caused the fire. No! She probably just fell asleep while cooking. She must be too tired from all the work. She is not a bad mom, please. I am sorry, darling, but that is not for me to say. The judge will decide, and in the meantime, we'll put you in foster care. Don't worry, I have the perfect home for you. You will love it there. Ugh, this is so unfair. My mother was sleeping in a cell just because she wanted to make food for me? I'd rather be with her right now than wherever this car is taking me. We're here. I got out of the car to see a huge mansion. It's like I just stepped into a palace. And the bigger surprise was the foster parents waiting for me. The Smiths. They were one of the biggest couples in Hollywood, who always appeared on TV for their good deeds and the happy foster home they built for children. Time magazine called them the kindest hearts in the country. But if they thought putting me in a nice house would make me stop fighting for my mom, they were dead wrong. Nice to meet you, Avery. We're so sorry about what happened and promise that you will be well taken care of in our home. Hello, Avery. Aren't you a lovely girl? You can call me Mom. I will not. I have a mom. Right. Look, I understand that this is difficult, but why does it have to be difficult? My mother only made a mistake. Why can't I be with her? She's better than all of you. Whoa, calm down. Don't say that before meeting our kids. They're wonderful. I turned to see 3 children there. They all looked quiet and shy, except this girl. Hello, my name is Desi. Welcome to our home. That's Martin, and the little cutie over there is Ryan. And of course, Miss Helen, our nanny. We're very happy to have you here with us. We will let you guys get to know each other. We have some business to handle right now. See you later. When the Smiths left with a social worker, the air in the room changed. I could tell the kids felt happier and more relaxed. Desi kept talking nonstop. Martin cracked his first smiles, while little Ryan ran into Nanny Helen's arm, and she held him so gently that it made me miss my mom so bad. They looked like a real family, and I was just an outsider. Finally, Helen took me to my room, and I could only hold my tears until she wished me good night and closed the door. I cried so hard that night, feeling so lonely and miserable that I couldn't sleep. No, I can't stay here. I need my mom. So, the next morning, I got an idea. I looked at my beautifully decorated room and started to rip it apart. Surely, if the Smiths saw how disobedient I was, they would send me away, back to my mom, right? When I was done, I opened the door to find the kids and Nanny Helen standing there in shock. What are you looking at? Go on, tell your parents that I'm a monster. You all right? You didn't accidentally hurt yourself, did you? It's okay, Avery. Let us help you clean this up. You can wait here. It won't take long. No! Why are they acting like that? They're supposed to be mad. Instead, they quickly cleaned everything and got new furniture from the garage to replace the ones I broke. And in minutes, the room was as good as new. If you don't like this room, you can move to another one. Jeez, this plan didn't go as I expected at all. No worries. I still had a lot up my sleeves. So I kept throwing tantrums here and there, spicing up their food, messing with their drinks, hiding their stuff, but nothing worked. They always forgave me, helped me, protected me. No matter what I did, they still said, "It's okay. We got your back. We're here for you." What's wrong with them? If my shenanigans wouldn't work, I would never escape this house. I guess I had to act up right in front of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, so they would kick me out immediately. But easier said than done. They were rarely home. So right the next time they returned with a beautiful vase, I seized my opportunity. When nobody was around, I gave the vase a little push, and it stumbled off. A crashing sound jarred. Then the Smiths rushed to the scene. "Oh gosh, what happened?" Before I opened my mouth, Martin jumped in and said, "I'm sorry, it's my fault. I just wanted to admire it, but accidentally dropped it." "No! Why do you say that? I did it!" Right then, Desi and Ryan also joined in and took the blame for the shattered vase, making the situation even messier.
Enough! Do you know how much this vase cost? You ungrateful peasants. I fed you, clothed you, and you smashed my precious vase, which is more valuable than all of your lives. We should have left you to rot in your stupid orphanages.
Please, they're just children.
Shut up! I hired you to keep an eye on those rats, so this is on you too.
Then the Smiths pulled Nanny Helen into their private room, but I could still hear them arguing, and Helen's pleading. I was totally shocked to see how rude and cruel the Smiths were. Finally, they decided the damage would be deducted monthly from Helen's wages, which also came from the fostering allowances, and God knows for how long. When I turned around, the kids had already cleaned the broken pieces on the floor with the saddest faces ever. I thought they would be angry at me, but they just gave me disappointed looks, then returned to their room. That night, I tossed and turned. I didn't mean for things to go this far, and make Nanny Helen pay for my guilt. But how could I fix it? Those kids were very close to Helen. Maybe they would have some idea. So, for the first time, I went to Desi's room and found all the kids were there. "Hi, guys." "Go away. You hurt Nanny. You hurt us." "I am so sorry. I didn't know the Smiths were so harsh. I just want them to send me back to my mom." "We know, Avery. But if you get kicked out of this house, they won't bring you back to your mother, but to another foster home. And they're all so much worse. Trust me, Martin and I were in the system for 4 years before we got here." "True, the Smiths are not very nice parents, but we have Helen who has a golden heart, and you can't find that anywhere else. We don't want you to endure injustice, neglect, and discrimination like we did in past years." Gosh, I couldn't imagine how much they went through, yet all I did was bring them trouble. Talking about Helen, she shouldn't be punished for my act. How can I help her out? That's hard. She didn't get much from this job, you know, and this fine added more burden on her. Yeah, the Smiths are very strict about anything related to finance. I don't even think they give Helen a fair amount to take care of us, because she always struggles and sometimes has to pay out of her pocket to give us food. I can't believe it! The Smiths are rich! If they don't care about us, why do they become foster parents? It's a gig that makes them look good in the media and gives them more money. Who would say no to that? Then we spent the whole night talking, and I gradually realized these kids were no different than me. They also desired love and care from their parents, from family. So I told them about my mother and showed them my scrapbook. All of these memories seemed to relive in front of me while I was talking, and by the time I was finished, we all had tears in our eyes. "I am sure there's a way to help you get back with your mom. We will figure it out together." The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Smith suddenly wanted to take us out for a meal. Nanny Helen prepared the best clothes for us and waved us goodbye while we stepped into the Smiths' luxury car to go to the biggest restaurant in town. "This is for our parents' promo campaign. We do this once a month." Remember the $5 rule, children. We won't pay any more than that. So think carefully before you order and behave. Wow, how generous they are. I can totally see where the title, "The Kindest Hearts in the Country," came from. We arrived at the restaurant and sat down at a large reserved table with cameras everywhere.
"Come, my little angels. Ryan, come sit with Daddy."
That's it. This phony act was unbearable. If I want to help these kids and Nanny Helen, this was my chance. So when the staff came to take orders, I loudly said, "I want a hamburger, this chicken nuggets, and that sundae." "Darling, you can't eat that much. Remember our rule?" "Well, you said you won't pay more than $5 for us, but all those dishes are only $4. Look how awkward the Smiths were in front of the confused staff. My trick was definitely working. "Oh, okay. Anything you want." "What are you doing? You'll be punished." As if I care. My play had just begun. Next, when all our food was served, I took the ketchup bottle and squeezed it with all my might. The paste spurted out and landed straight on Mr. Smith's face.
Ouch! What the heck?
Everyone rushed to help him clean it, including some staff. Exactly my time to shine. I'm sorry, Dad. I just wanted to draw a flower on my dish to dedicate to you. You took me in at my worst time, and I can't thank you enough.
Of course, that's what I should do.
Aw, she's so sweet.
Yeah, you can't be mad at her.
So let me give you a proper thanks. Thank you for giving us a house to live in, though you're never home to check on us. Thank you for cutting down our nanny's payment to get more money to take us out for this meal. And thank you that you didn't punish me for breaking your vase yesterday, because you made our poor nanny pay for it instead.
Stop this nonsense! You just want to mess with me, don't you? You're all just a tool for me to make money and improve my reputation. Why can't you act nicely?
Easy, dear. The camera's still on.
Doesn't matter, we can edit this footage out. Now I have to give this foolish girl a lesson.
Really? Can you edit those, too?
Little did he know, the fuss I made attracted so much attention that people started live streaming everything.
Right that evening, many articles about how horrible the Smiths were came up. Because of their huge influence, the topic of bad foster home quickly became so heated that the government had to step in and review the entire system. The living condition in every foster home was improved, so many other foster children also benefited. The Smiths were so ashamed that they packed up and moved to Aruba and left the kids in the house with Helen with enough money so they didn't get called out again. I didn't expect things could go so well. Helen officially became the kids' foster mother, and I was so happy for them. Thank you, Avery, for helping us out. We want to do something for you, too. The blast on the internet gives me an idea. What if we share your story online to get attention for your mom's case? If enough people care and sympathize with her, the court will have to look into it, too, and understand she's not a bad mom. Wow, that's a brilliant idea.
With Desi's help, my video with a scrapbook quickly went viral. And on the day of the trial, the courtroom was full of people who supported us.
The verdict was finally announced. And my mom walked free!
Woohoo!
This is the best day of my life. We got our lives back together pretty quick because we received so much help. My mother and I got a huge deal to start a mother-daughter podcast, and I got to see Desi and Martin all the time, and at school too. And look, isn't that our lovely Ryan?